Hey, it's Tuesday, and it's time for Tuesday Tips, Tuesday Tips, Tuesday Tips. Hey, Coach D here, coming to you, bringing you some energy and love on the least loved day of the week, Tuesday. Remember, Monday is hated. Tuesday gets no love. It's just blah, right? That's why we're bringing some energy and love to this day. Talking about detoxing in the last two tips, and I want to take some of those tips and kind of deep dive into them a little bit more, so that I'm just not giving you what to do, but kind of showing you how to do it. So the first tip that I want to focus on is the one on decluttering, and why that is so essential to starting a process in where you're doing something different to something new, and how these external triggers are telling your body that something new is happening, right? So I always like to tell, when I'm working in my practice with my clients, I tell them to pick one area that when you see it, it may be a drawer, it may be a room, it may be, a cabinet, a pantry, that whenever you open it, it creates this feeling where you want to run, close it really quickly, turn off the light, run out of there, push the door closed, whatever it is, whatever, there's an emotion attached to that space that's been hanging over your head. Like, I know I need to do this. The act of getting that done, it has a tremendous effect and benefit to your health. Because what could be happening, and most likely happening, sometimes when we deal with those spaces, or we see those spaces, we're triggered in such a way where you may try to avoid it. And a lot of that avoidance creates cravings, and we turn to food instead of doing the task that we know we should be doing. And that kind of goes into my next thing that I want to focus on, is procrastination, and what is really happening when you're procrastinating. So a lot of us get stuck because we procrastinate, and sometimes what looks like procrastination is really an avoidance of something deeper, something more that's going on. There may be feelings of inadequacy, there may be feelings of frustration, there be imposter syndrome. There's so many things that could be happening when we are avoiding doing a task that we know we need to do, but we keep delaying it and pushing it until there's some fire under you. Then you want to do it, when you have to do it, right? But what I'm trying to introduce here is the idea that when that happens, we get complacent. And one of the paradigms that I build my practice around is how we do one thing is how we do other things. And I usually say all things, everything. Meaning, if you're avoiding or you're out of control with your spending, you're likely out of control with your eating. If you lack self-control, you're going to see that in other areas of your life. If you're very disciplined, you're going to see that in other areas of your life. If you're procrastinating, you're going to see that in other areas of your life. And that's the idea that I'm trying to convey here, is that when it comes to dealing with our health, dealing with the health issues or the goals that you have for your health, look at how you're operating in other areas of your life. And likely you'll see some signs and some similarities of things that you need to address. When you are ready to make those changes, you're going to see that how that commitment to your health affects other areas of your life. And so a huge needle mover is to declutter and prepare your space for something new. So this last week, I've done this myself, and I had a room where I was, dreading every time I turn on the light. There was things I needed to put up, but there was so many things that were not in place. And one of the tips I want to bring awareness to is to set up the conditions for success. Set the conditions so that success and follow through is easy. If you set up the conditions where follow through is easy, success is inevitable, right? So for me, it was getting enough hangers. Sometimes you have so many clothes and you don't have enough hangers. Go buy more hangers, right? You need to get rid of clothes. Okay, decide, separate the ones that are going to the trash, the ones that I put those in the trash instead of holding on, threw them away. Put the clothes aside for the consignment shop, the giveaways, or getting a bin, buying the bin, getting the hangers, creating the space. And now I have a space that when I turn on the light, I want to be there. It's inviting. It's no longer hanging over my head. And I did that as an important aspect for me because I was entering into my detox. So again, I'm using these tools. They're so effective. And now as I enter my detox phase, I can just focus on my health. I can just focus on that. And I won't be triggered by things that I know I should be doing, that I'm avoiding, and then in turn turning to food and toxic foods or things that are not in alignment with my detox or your health goal. So I hope that makes sense. It's so important. It's a necessary step. But when you're decluttering, one of the videos that I love to watch on YouTube is by Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo, I love her style of organizing. And so sometimes seeing it helps you to kind of visualize something for your space and helps you to get moving because now you can see where you want to go. So get the tools, make sure you have your supplies so that when because you can get started and then run into a wall because you don't have everything you need to complete the task. And then sometimes we shut down and then we don't finish. And then that just creates another layer of frustration and avoidance in that space. So look at what's needed, really assess the project in such a way. What do you need? Bags? Do you need trash bags? Do you need containers, bins, organizers? How many? Go buy them and get started and set a date. And another tip is to start slow. If it's a big project, put yourself on a timer. 30 minutes, 30 minutes a day if need be. Or if you're going to set aside 2 hours, put yourself on a timer. 2 hours. Productivity, there's a productivity app that I love to use because it gives me little awards and things for staying focused because I need that kind of help. So but there's so many tools and things that if this is a struggle for you, recognize the struggle and then do something about it, right? Create the conditions where follow through will be easy and you will have success. Okay, so that is my tip for today. I'm going to just focus on decluttering and getting moving in that space, because it's the end of the year. We're going to get no more excuses. Let's get moving. Let's do this. All right. And also, don't forget, Detox December is coming. I'm inviting you to join my group, join my tribe. We're going to be doing a detox in December. It's going to be super fun, super interactive. As far as recipes, you're going to be able to learn your food sensitivities, what's going on in your body, and everything. So watch out for my page for all the details on that and get signed up. Okay? All right, so that's my tip for today. Until the next time, stay healthy, stay happy, stay moving, and stay safe. Take care.